Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and a killer Sudoku today, keeping the rules simple. We were jumping around with Henry the Horse yesterday, but we're in my 30s with Ridwan today. This got recommended to us lately, and I've been constructing a few killers for the Wall Street Journal lately, where it's just killer Sudoku, and I really admire somebody who can bring a new twist to it. And in this puzzle, every cage adds up to 30. And I don't know if Ridwan's just entered their 30s, but that may be the theme. But it's a really nice idea. I'm going to give this a go in a moment. I do like the simple rule sets. I was just playing at the weekend competing in the UK Sudoku Championship. Many congratulations to, Vincent Bertrand came over from Belgium and won the competition, but the leading Briton was Freddie Hand, as he was in the Puzzles Championship the day before, and that's hardly a surprise given that he is the World Puzzle Champion. It was great to actually finally meet Freddie for the first time. Anyway, shout out, thank you to Leanne for organising it, and nice to meet everybody who was there. Let's tell you all about Patreon, where Blobs' rather marvellous Sudoku Hunt indexing puzzle pack is available based on the 159 Sudoku rules. There was a 159 at the weekend, and I was better at it because I had done this puzzle pack. Also, of course, on Patreon we have gridogram and connections and crossword videos, and they're great fun. Our apps not only feature the latest classic Sudoku and the Worms, which are both very good, but also a killer Sudoku app where you could find more puzzles of this style by some very good constructors, as I'm sure Ridwan is, but we didn't know Ridwan at that point. Anyway, let's have a look at this puzzle. The rules are utterly straightforward. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 will go in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Digits in a dotted cage cannot repeat, and they sum to the total shown. That total is 30 in each case. We get a given digit. Do give it a try on the first link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Okay, so there are 4 cell cages. There are 3 of them. So they must contain, the biggest 4 Sudoku digits are 9, 8, 7, 6. They add up to 30. Given that there's no repeats in a cage, those must be the population of the 4 cell cages, the 3 4-cell cages. What else have we actually got? We've got a 5 cell, 2 of those. These are 6 cell cages, 3 of those. I thought this was a 6, but it can't be. That's a 7, and that's a 7. Right, what digits go in a 7-cell 30 cage? Now, I think the way to look at this is to consider the sum of all the possible Sudoku digits. There are 9 of them. They always add up to the same number. It is a bit of a secret, but it's 45. So a 7-cell cage is going to be missing 2 of those numbers, and those 2 numbers that it's missing must add up to the difference between 45 and 30. So the 2 numbers missing in this 7-cell cage add up to 15. So they're either 6 and 9 or 7 and 8. And all the other numbers, including 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, are going to be in it. I'll tell you what as well, this little cell here is not in it, because it sees every cell in this cage. Therefore, whatever digit is in this cage is one of the missing digits and is 6, 7, 8, 9, and is the same as this digit. There's a peculiar little point. I think that's worth making, because this is a group of the 4 digits 6, 7, 8, 9. So is this. If you eliminate these 3, that one remains in each case, so they must be the same digit. That's quite an interesting find. I mean, it would be funny if it was seminal to the puzzle. Well, it would be funny for me. But I don't know. I don't really know how to use it at all. I mean, I suppose you could label the rest of the cells in the column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we've had 6, 7, 8, 9 as a group. I mean, yes, I know it's going a bit heavy on the pencil marks. Now, my next idea there was just sort of colouring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s in this puzzle. Because it might be about limiting where high digits and low digits can go. This row, for instance, already has 3 high digits. I've just jumped into using the terminology high digits for 6, 7, 8, and 9 only. I mean, it's obviously a variable feast depending on what sort of puzzle you're doing. But the point I'm trying to consider is there's only one high digit in these 3. Let's just have a look at this cage. The maximum number of high digits in it is 3. Oh, it doesn't have to be there. 2 and 1 in row 5. Because in this row we've already had 2. In this row we've already had 3. Now that feels significant to me. What's my maths going to tell me? Obviously there can't be 4 high digits in this box because they would already add up to 30 and there'd be another one. And also we just can't fit them in. If you only had 2 high digits in a 5-cell cage, the maximum you could have is 9, 8, 5, 4, 3. And they would add up to 29. Bingo. So my colour schema is going to come into use here. That means that we must have 3 high digits in this cage. And that is going to complete the full complement of high digits both from row 5 and row 6. And the rest of the digits in row 6 and row 5 are low. They are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe I don't need to both colour them and... Yeah, let's just... Simon would approve of cutting down on the pencil marking, but he's very happy with colouring, so I'll do that. Now, let's come up with some colouring for high digits as well. We'll make them orange. This yellow one is obviously high as well, but we know exactly which digit it is. Maybe we could colour all of the... Oh, look at this cage even as well. This is a 6-cell 30 cage with a maximum of 2 high digits in it. It can have 1 in this row and this one. If it didn't have 2 high digits, it would have 5 low digits, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, adding up to 15, plus 1 more digit. The maximum you could do that way is 24. That is clearly nonsense. So this cage has 1 high digit in one of those 2 cells, which is the 4th one in the row, and definitely a high digit down here. And I am becoming a little bit interested in the possibilities of... Here's another one. This is a 6-cell cage. We've just worked out in this 6-cell cage, you need 2 high digits. In they go, down there. Now we've got all the high digits in this column. Oh, this is fascinating. What a clever puzzle. What a clever puzzle. Now, this cage has 2 lows, and I think we discovered in a 5-cell cage you need 3 highs. So we can paste them in there as well. No, I keep on interrupting the thought I keep having, which is that I'm not sure. I wonder whether at some point we're going to be colouring all the individual high digits against each other. But maybe it's a daft thing to worry about. Maybe the more important thing is to get the grid coloured, or to find some numbers. I don't know. It's really interesting. I don't know how to go about this still, even though I've made what I think is incredibly good progress so far. Now look, I've found all 5 light blues in box 5, so the rest are all orange. Oh, now we've got the opposite problem of we can't put a 4th high digit in a 6-cell cage because we've already had 3. If you put all 4 in, they'd already add up to 30 and you've still got 2 cells to go. Shouldn't really have part coloured these. I'm getting a bit confused by them. Maybe I'll take that out. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I don't know if we're going to be looking for individual high digits or whether we're just going to somehow keep going with the colouring. It's really interesting, actually. The 7-cell cages, I haven't really thought about them in terms of the colours. We did early on. Obviously, we used the fact that this is missing either 6-9 or 7-8. So, in this box, yeah, this is interesting. In this box, the only digits, I don't know, I think these two add up to 15 is what is the conclusion my brain is reaching. But that might be bogus. This cage is missing only 2 of the high digits. Yes, this is okay as a conclusion. Well, I think it's okay. This box is missing only, no, this cage is missing only 2 of the high digits. I can't work out if it's definitely those 2, because one of those could be in this cell. Yeah, it's not definitely those 2. I cannot conclude that those 2 add up to 15. It's really weird. Now, what I haven't been thinking, perhaps hard enough, is that there might be some constraint that means that within a certain type of cage, you have to be having a 9 at least or something. Oh, anyway, look, there's 4 oranges in that row, so the rest are blue. And I rather shocked myself by finding a 5 blue, but there might be other 5 blues around. We've got 4 in that column, 4 in this column, but we know one of those is blue and one is orange. This staircase, it needs 2 oranges. They're not the only fruit, but it does need them. It can only get a maximum of 1 there. That's not actually very helpful. Okay, let us think about a 30 cage. If you put 9, 8, 7 as the 3 high digits, these other 2 would add up to 6. If you put 9, 8, 6, they'd add up to 7. There's lots of ways of doing that. 2, 5, well, there's 2 ways, 2, 5, and 3, 4. If this was the minimum 6, 7, 8, this could still be 5, 4. Okay, there is no constraint there. This 30 cage, this was way off, wasn't it? So if you made those add up to the minimum 21, these would add up to 9. But they could still have a 5 in. If these added up to 24, 9, 8, 7, these would be 1, 2, 3. That would be very useful. 30 cage with 2, a 6-cell cage rather, with 2 high digits. 17. Ah, okay, there's a tiny thing going on. The maximum, oh no, there's a slightly bigger thing going on. Right, this is a good cage. This is another cage with 4 blues and 2 oranges. But in this cage, the maximum the 4 blues can add up to, they could be 2, 3, 4, 5, adding up to 14. That means the minimum for the 2 cells is 16. So they must have a 9 in, and they can't have a 6. They're either 9, 8 or 9, 7. Now, if they're 9, 8, these add up to 13. If they're 9, 7, these add up to 14. I think they always have to have a 5 in. In fact, if they add up to 13, they're lacking a 2. If they add up to 14, they're lacking a 1. So they always have 5, 4, and 3. The same is true for the 4 blue cells in this cage. They always have 5, 4, and 3. So these two cells are in a pair of rows where 5, 4, 3 have already appeared twice. They're low cells, and now they can't be 5, 4, or 3. So they must be a 1, 2 pair. That is a peculiar finding, but it's quite cool. Now, there is a 4 in this 30 cage. It's not in this box or this column, so it's in one of those cells. Now, there is a 4 in this 30 cage. It must be in one of those two. The low digit here, oh, there's a 1, 2 in, no, there's not a 1 and 2 in this cage. There's a 1 or 2, which must be up here. So these are selected from 3, 4, 5. That's not quite as strong a deduction. Oh, I'll tell you what, there's a 4 in this cage, because the only digits it's missing are 2 high digits. So the 4 is in one of those two cells. And now we know, oh, I'm so sorry. Right, I was looking at this box wrong. There are 2 high digits already found in it. There are 2 more to find. They are going in the 30 cage, and they are the only 2 high digits in the 30 cage, because it only has 2 of them and it's missing 2. And whichever 2 they are add up to 15. So in fact, this pair does add up to 15. So I'm going to give a colour to this. So yellow and red always add up to 15. And these 2, I'm going to give other colours. Let's make them violet and pink. And they always add up to 15. So the 2 in here add up to 15. This is not another high digit because we don't have 3 in this cage. So that has been available forever. I just couldn't see it. Now, if I could work out somewhere down here which 2 are... This one is either pink or violet, obviously, because it's not yellow or red. No, I don't think I have enough. I may even have jumped very early on trying to colour the orange digits into different colours. It's the sort of thing I do, jumping early. Okay, these contain either 3 or 5. These contain 4, the other one from 3 or 5, and either 1 or 2. Oh, and the 2 big digits include a 9 in this cage, just as they do in this 6-cell cage with 2 big digits. A 9, a 7, and an 8. A 9, a 7, or an 8. So that's now a 7, 8, 9 triple. That's quite interesting. And here we've got a 9. And therefore red and yellow, which add up to 15, are an 8, 7 pair. And I feel like I've done something now. Maybe I haven't, but it feels like I have. That is a 6 or a 9. Well, it's not a 9 because 9's in one of those cells. I found a digit after a mere 16 minutes in a killer Sudoku. That's so strange. Now, that could be a 9. These could both be red and yellow. Wow, it's so interesting that the only really useful cage that I've found so far in the 5, 6, and 7 cell cages, in terms of the numbers, is a 6-cell cage which does have 4 blues and 2 oranges, which doesn't apply to this one. Oh, that's about to become very useful because this digit in box 6 is a 6. Because we've had the other highs. Now this group is 7, 8, 9. That's a 6. Oh, we are in business here. Right, let's give these 6s pink and the deep one purple, violet. Now, these add up to 24. To make this 30 cage work, we have now found a 1, 2, 3 set. I mean, I might be wrong in thinking this is very significant and really going to help, but it feels good. Now, let's make those pink. And this is a yellow-red pair in this row now. And and that, and they are 7 and 8. And this is Mr. Purple 9. I don't know that I really need the colours, but I'm having fun with them. They seem to do the job. That is now not a 9. And therefore this is, and we can colour it violet. Violety purple. Now that one is yellow or red. So is this because of its number. Wow. Now, can we do some Sudoku? We need a 6 up here somewhere. We need a 9 up here. I don't know. I don't think we really can. We need a yellow in this box. Yes. Yellow and yellow means one of these two is yellow, but that yellow-red pair is looking at that cell. So this one goes yellow. This one is therefore red. It sees all the other colours in the row. I am now suddenly very glad I was doing the colouring. Right, red and yellow in this box, they add up to 15. That is a 6 to get to 21. These two add to 9, and they are 5 and 4. Now I'm having a panic that I didn't know that this was where the high digit in these 3 cells was. Yes, it was, because these 4 have all become high. That's fine. That's fine. Right, these are 1, 2, 3, obviously. I don't know if that's going to be useful. That 4, 5 pair feels like it might be. There's a 4 there, so there's a 4 up here. Now this is swimming along. Now, yellow is one of the digits missing from this cage. And we know, therefore, what the other digit missing is, because it's a total of 15 missing from the cage, and that is red. So in this box, we need another red, and it's not allowed in this cage. So it's got to be here. That is a very pretty conclusion. I mean, that's the sort of thing you find, and you just go, oh, what a setup. Now red has to be, I was going to put it there, but of course it's probably one of these. But these aren't red. Is that any use? No, 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 no. 6 and 9 are going in this. That might be 9. So no, it can't be, because then there'd be nowhere to put it in this box. So that is not high, that is low. Otherwise this digit couldn't appear in this box. In fact, that digit in this box definitely appears there, and then it appears here. I'm giving it a letter, because I don't want to forget that in case it matters. And I don't want to continue with this kind of colouring obsession into the light blue digits. Now, this cage, is this also 6, 7, 8, 4, 5? No, it's definitely not, because you can't put 7 and 8 in here. In fact, these see both red in the row and pink in the cage. So they are a mix of yellow and violet, and one of them is a 9, and the other is 7 or 8. So this group adds up to either 23 or 22, and this group adds up to 7 or 8. I don't know how to use that. I do know that one of these two is a 6 by Sudoku. And I know that one of these 3 is a 6. And that's a virtual X-wing on 6s. That's meaning that the 6 in row 3 is going to have to sit here. And that's a good find. Now there's definitely a 6 down here. Didn't one of these two have... No, it was a maximum of one of those two that could be high. It wasn't that one of them had to be high. 1, 2 or 3. A is 4 or 5. That's interesting. And these two added up to, what did I say? 7 or 8, I think I said. I feel like this is 2 or 3 as a result, but I don't think it's going to help. This group is 1, 2, 3 in box 4. And this pair is therefore 4, 5. And these are from 1, 2, 3. They're in a little groupette here. Now, we've got a 4, 5 pair in the final column. So everything else in the final column is from 1, 2, 3. I don't mind pencil marking when we can reduce down to many fewer than 5 candidates in a cell. Still, the puzzle is not falling over. There's a 9 in one of these two cells. So this cage needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know how to resolve that. I would be very interested to know if A is a 4 or a 5, because it would clear up quite a lot of things. I don't think I have a way of telling yet. And I've coloured a lot of cages, a lot of cage cells. Oh, look at this column. I've got 5 blues. So that is Mr. I was going to say Violet. Yeah, we need a 9 in one of those two. It's the only high digit. So that is Mr. Violet. And this is light blue. And that's the 5th one in its column. So these other two are orange. Now, that digit has to be the same as that one. And it's either pink or red. What about this? This is 6 in this row, isn't it? We've had all the other highs. That's really good. Right, that is really good. We're on track here. That is a 6, so it can go pink. Now 6 is not in that cell or this one, which I kind of knew before. I hadn't worked out that I knew it. It's in one of these two. That's light blue because we've had the 4 highs in the box. I thought it was going to tell me about that. It tells me where 6 is down here. That's the 6. That's the 9. So we can colour those. Now this is high, 7 or 8, obviously. Oh, now this cage. Right, we've also got different pairs in these two cages, because these digits are different according to row 8. So in one case, these add up to 16, and in the other to 17. So in one case, the rump of these cages adds up to 14 and is 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the other case, it adds up to 13 and is 1, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I could have known that before from these being different. I don't think it actually helps me do them. I thought this was going to be big info. Really wasn't. Okay, we've got... I haven't managed to extend yellow and red out from the separation in columns 1, 2, 3. One of those is yellow. One of these is yellow. No, it doesn't really work. Okay, so some other cage that I can do super maths on. This cage, I haven't really thought about it. Right. What is that digit? That is this digit, because it's the only place it can go. And it then must go in one of these two cells. Well, it can't be 4, so it's either 3 or 5. I might go so far as to call it B, because it's different from A, because they're both in column 1 and column 4. So these two are 4 and B. Does that mean this digit is A? No, because 4 could be A. That's the sort of conclusion you could jump to and get wrong. Right. This sees those two in the box and that in the column. So it's not pink, yellow, or purple. It is therefore red. Sorry if you've been shouting that. That's the one outside the cage up here. So that's red. So that is 7 or 8 now. 9 has to be in one of these cells. Red. Oh, come on. Why can't that look down at one of these two and sort them out? It didn't, though. It just didn't. This is not 6 or red, yellow, or violet, so it's light blue. And that is the 5th one in the column, so this is high. It's either red or yellow. And that is being looked down at by this digit. Perfect. So red makes this into yellow, makes this into red, this into yellow, this into red, this into yellow, this into red. This now is not, oh, it's for ages that hasn't been able to be 9. I just didn't see that. Well, forgive me. Forgive me, please. Okay, so we've got, yeah, we must be able to finish off yellows or reds. Reds first. I've got 8 reds pasted into the grid, so I know this is red now. No, I can't finish off yellows because 1 there and 1 there is an X-wing on yellows. And I can't finish off 9s. But surely, look, I've got all 4 highs in that column. That completes the row and the box. We need 1 high pink here. We need 1 high violet here. Now, I still can't finish those off. I'm going to have to do a little bit of maths to finish off somewhere. 4 and 5 are in this group because they can't be here. Three has to be somewhere in this cage. Oh, and wherever 3 is in the cage, it sees that cell. That's quite odd. If that's a 3, and there's a 3 there, that's a 3. But if that's a 3, there's a 3 there, and that's a 3. It doesn't quite do anything. This digit can't be 1, 2, or 4. So look, now I've got a 3, 5 pair here, but I don't know that they're A and B because A could be 4. However, I do know this is a 1 or a 2 in this box, and that digit is now a 3. Now I know there's no 3 here, so there is a 3 here, so there isn't a 3 here, so this is a 3. And this isn't a 3. And this digit is a 5, because I've got that given 4, disambiguating 5s and 4s in box 5. Now, there is a 3 there, and therefore B is a 5. Hurrah! B is a 5, and now we know that A is a 4. And now can I add up this cage? 19, no, I need, yes, 8, I need another 11. That must be 8 and 3. And suddenly we discover that yellow is 8. That digit's a 3. If yellow is 8, red is 7. Oh, and now we are ticking. Now we are ticking along towards a conclusion. That's a 5, that's a 4. These aren't 3s in the corner. We might still get a 3 in a corner. We need a 3 in one of those cells. One of these two's a 3, isn't it? Yeah, because that isn't. Oh, this one is not a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 5. That's a 4. This is a 1 or a 2. One of those is a 3. This is a 5 in the column. This is low 1, 2, or 3, as is the corner. Don't tell me I can't do this. We need a 9. I've known that forever in this cage, it feels like. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 5, 6 in this. Oh no, that 4 is looking down here. Then we've got 5, 5, that's a 5. These are from 1 to 6. That's not a 3. So 3 is placed in this box. Now that's not a 3. Where's this digit in this box is there? I have a feeling it's a 3. I'm going to call it C, my new friend C. It's weird that I'm still having to do juggling and stuff. One of those is a 6. Oh, this cage adds up, doesn't it? We've got one cell left. So 17 plus 12 is 29. That one cell left is a 1. Right, that is going to do some stuff. This cage must add up. Now it does. That's good. Okay, that becomes a 1. That's a 2. That 1 looks at this cell, which is now a 2. So C is not a 2. We do need a 2 up there. This can't be 2. So one of these 2 is a 2. So this one isn't, and it's also not a 1. So this must be 3. 2, 3. That's 1 or 2. They're both looking. We do get 3. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, making C into a 1. That means this digit is a 2. That means we get the final corner, 1 and 2. In this top row, that's not an 8 or a 7. This is a 1-6 pair. We know the order. And now we know about the final bit of colouring that has held out for so long. Because this is now a 9, isn't it? And that's an 8. And this is 6. That's 8 and that's 9. So the 9 goes violet. The 8s go yellow. I'm just going to complete this colouring that I've done. I really don't know how valuable the colouring was. Maybe it wasn't, but I think it helped me. And, you know, that's good. Right, 3 there, 5 there. This cage obviously has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 in it now. That seems fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, a 1, a 2, 1. And to finish this row, we need a 4 and a 2. And that is a lovely puzzle in my 30s. The solution time is in the 30s, 34:47. And it's superb. Great stuff from Redwan. Really enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Didn't mention us streaming, which is of course happening now, although it's nearly finished now. But do join us if you watched this just as it came out, and welcome if you watched it after you watched the stream and joined us in chat for that. Monday evenings for streaming. See you soon. Bye for now.